Alrighty, guys. Well, let's start things off. Let's just shake it out. I'm going to get a little bit of a march going here as I just take my arms, swing them in a couple directions here, making sure I'm not stiff. I am going to use the bands again today. Continue to demonstrate exercises with those, but if you got cans or something like that, it still works. Ooh, 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 ooh. 30 more seconds. Just keep bouncing, guys. Maybe knock out one of these. Do what you got to do to get the upper body ready, because we start off using it. 10 seconds. Okay, go ahead and relax, rest. So we're starting off with mountain climbers. As far as modifications to this to make it match your fitness level, you're either going to be at an angle that's about this, using a low surface, or you're more than welcome to use the wall where you're more upright. You can still have an angle at the wall. It's just not going to be as low as something such as a chair or an ottoman. So please pick what's best for your fitness level. We all know what a mountain climber is. We're just holding that high plank position while our knees move, our knees bounce up and down. So let's go ahead and do that. 2 sets, 30 seconds. Let's get in position. And it's Friday. Here we go. Halfway. Rest. Whew. Okay, one down. Starting off with the core. Alrighty, we ain't messing around. Back to it. 5, 4, 3, 2, go for it. Five seconds, guys. Keep pushing. Rest. Whoo. All right, that's one. One exercise down. We're going to go ahead and do our bent over row. One of my favorite exercises, if you haven't noticed thus far, we do some form of rowing or postural exercise every single time. This just happens to be out of that subgroup my favorite. I like the hinging part. I like how kind of smooth it feels as I pull straight back. So this is one of my favorite exercises. Go ahead and get in position, whether you do have a band or dumbbell or can or something like that. Either way, it's going to work. Let's start things off with good form. Hips go back, chest comes parallel. It almost just kind of happens naturally. And we're going to pull straight back and pinch our shoulder blades. Okay, guys, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest. Nice. One down there. Doing good. Okay, party continues. Stepping back on my band, making sure things feel even. We're getting prepared for set 2 here. Rolling the shoulders back, maybe a little bit of a glute squeeze, a little bit of a core squeeze. Let's make sure the muscles that need to keep us stable are involved before we even start. Now let's go ahead and send the hips back, chest comes parallel. I'm still engaging my core here, which engage is really just kind of bringing your belly button towards your spine. I don't want to, it's almost like you're trying to fit on tight jeans. You kind of suck in a little bit. That's going to activate one of your deeper core muscles. And now let's go ahead and just do our shoulder blade pinches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good. 6, 7, 8, 2 more guys. 9, 10. Rest. Whew. Okay, dropping this guy off. Everyone take a split second and get some water. So a new one for us today, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to show you. I'll probably end up doing both views, but let me do a quick demonstration here. We're actually going to be seated. So if you're more than welcome to sit on the ground, or you can use the surface that you've been using for everything else. But you're going to scoot your butt to where you're close to the edge. I'm not going to suggest being way out here, but scoot yourself closer and closer to the edge. You're more than welcome to hold a weight with this, but I'm just going to pretend. It's much more difficult with a weight, but a can or something like that that's next to no resistance, then that's fine. What I'm going to do is pretend to hold my weight, fix my posture here. I'm not in this position. I sit up nice and tall. I'm actually going to lean back, and I'm going to do rotations. And it's going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to knock those out as our seated Russian twist. So let me go through the first set, showing you from this angle, and we'll see if that helps you. So let's go ahead and take a seat. Everyone scoot forward, sit up nice and tall for me. Hold your fake weight or your actual weight. Lean back till you start to feel your core kind of tell you, uh-oh. Now let's go ahead and do the Russian twist. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest. Hopefully we did okay with that one. That was set 1. I am going to introduce a twist to set 2, no pun intended. So keep resting, but for set 2, we're actually going to do a seated sit-up with the seated rotation. So what am I talking about? Same position, fake hold my weight, lean back, but as I rotate, I'm also going to come forward. So you see how there's not just rotational movement, but there's also this back and forth movement. So it's kind of a 2-for-1. So let's see if we can throw both of these into that. It'll test your coordination a little bit because there's about 42 things to think about. But let's just see what we can pull off. So I'll show you from this direction now. I'm going to go ahead and get in my position. I'm leaning back. And let's go ahead and rotate slowly as we sit up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And honestly, I think what I might do next time is not necessarily count the repetitions, but just do 30 seconds because it seems a little more appropriate if we did it a little bit longer. But that's okay. It was the first time doing it, so it's always best to start on the lighter side. But look for that one to be one of those 30-seconders. But let's keep things going. We're doing good. We got a good pace. This guy now. So I'm going to go ahead and strap this on. As before, it's no worries if you don't have this. I know the majority will not. We're going to get those to you guys soon. But just to continue my demonstrations to show why I like this and why we have it, we're going to do our side step with squats. So for every squat, we're going to count. We're going to take 2 side steps and come right back. One of the things that is worth pointing out is typically I have the band up around my knees. The lower you push that band, the harder it's actually going to be. So this is kind of there's typically 3 places you put it: ankles, middle of the shin, or knees. So this is that moderate level where ankles would be the most difficult. So I'll show you this way. It's just a little lower than it usually is. And let's go ahead and do our side step with squats. Starting off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, looking good, guys. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one. Doing good. 10, rest. And remember, or for those that are new, sit to stands work just as well. If you're having trouble with the squat, just go ahead and plop your butt down and then stand right back up. It is the same thing. It is just better on your form to go that route than to just try something out here and your knees are caving in and your head's falling forward. It's better to use a chair to learn. Okay, round 2. Starting off with my squat, I got my feet about shoulder width. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oof. I don't know about you guys, but 7. Maybe it's because it's hotter outside. I'm sweating. 8, 9. Last one. Oof. 10. All right, taking this guy off. Whew. All right, keep resting. Next one we got is going to be a banded curl and press. If you have cans or dumbbells, doesn't change. Same idea. The one unique thing that I will point out about a band, and I'm hoping I can make it make sense. If I take a dumbbell and I go to push it straight up, it's going to be 5 pounds, 5 pounds, 5 pounds. No matter where it is, the weight is going to be 5 pounds. However, with a band, as you pull and pull and pull and pull, it's getting harder and harder and harder and harder. So the resistance is just a different stimulus on the muscle. And I'm hoping that makes sense, because it might be 5 pounds of pull. Now it might be 6 or 7. Now it might be 8 or 9. So it just gets harder and harder. And that's why bands are great, because of the different type of resistance it applies to your body. Hopefully that made sense, but if not, it's still okay. All right, I'm in position. I'm going to go ahead and get my curl and then press going. So that's what we're going to knock out right here. Roll my shoulders back. Here we go, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, looking good. 5, 6, 7, good job. 8, woo. 9, last one. And 10, relax. So one of the things you might notice is that I rotate my hands. I don't keep my curl and then my press with the back of my hands facing the camera. It's not necessarily going to make or break the exercise, but it's more natural to put something and lift something where your hands are either facing in or facing out. So that's why when I curl, I either go all the way or I'll curl and just turn my hands so that they're facing each other, and then I'll press up. Because very rarely are you putting something above your head like this. You're typically holding it like that. So I rotate my hands to be more functional and mimic something that I will actually encounter in my day-to-day. Okay, round 2. Make sure things are even. Let's go ahead and get this one going. Curl, press, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good. 6, 7, woo. 8, 2 more here, guys. 9, ooh, 10, done. Shake them out. All righty. So keep resting. We got a couple more ahead of us. The next one is a tricep exercise. And basically up until this point, I've shown you guys this one. And the main key there with that exercise is that you're really just taking your elbow from a closed position and then opening it. So if you look at it again, closed position of my elbow, I open it. So you can do that, what I just said, you can do that in any position. So we're going to mimic that open, that close to open in a different position. It might be a little more difficult. It might be easier, but it's different. And that's why we like it. So this one is going to be a tricep kickback. So very similar to how we do our single arm rows. What we're going to do is do that single arm row, but then kick it back. So you see how it's just one swift motion. So we're going to knock that out. It's a good postural exercise because of the row. And then you add the tricep in because you go from closed to open, which, as we learned, that's when the tricep fires. So let's try it out, guys. See what we got. I'm in my single arm row position. Let's go ahead. We'll go slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good. 6, 7, 8, keep going. 9, 10. Got to do the other side now, so we're still on set 1. Same idea. You're not going to be able to quite see it on this side, but I'm doing the same thing. I'm rowing and then opening up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I don't know if you guys can hear that fly. 5, he's annoying me. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest. Set 1. Whew. Hope I'm taping, like recording the video. Where's that fly? How do we feel with these newbies, guys? We're coming up on the second set here. All right, second set, row, kickback. Get in my position. Yeah, so this one will be considered private, which means you can't access it until we post it to the app or Facebook, which will probably be Monday. Good, glad you like them. A little bit different. All right, guys, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, keep going. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And I just like this one because it's such a clean movement. It's like they just fall into each other. All right, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest. Good. Whew. Nice. Let's keep things moving though, guys. We're still pushing. We have your basic planks coming up. So you can either knock those out on the wall where you're on your forearms and you're just giving me a little bit of an angle, or knock them out on a lower surface here, which for everybody, I'm using my ottoman. It's probably knee height, but if I wanted to ease up a little bit, I would just find something a little taller, lessen my angle. 30 seconds. I'm going to get in position here. So I'm going to get all the way down. We're going to go low plank, choose your surface. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go, guys. Woo. Keep pushing. Almost. About 5 seconds. And rest. Whew. So I obviously can't see anybody do these planks, But one of the things I can tell you that's kind of a common culprit is we're not actually flexing our legs and bringing them into the picture. So what I will sometimes see, and please make sure that this is not you, is that the core will be involved in the exercise and everything looks great, but then the legs will be down here. We want to flex these legs. I want to use my glutes. I want my legs to be straight, not have something like that where they're bent. Let's get those legs involved. Go ahead and lengthen them. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your quads. A plank is about everything. Whew. Let's keep resting now. Got about 10 more seconds here and then we'll knock out set 2. All right, party time. Here we go, guys. Stay with it. Don't let those legs drop. Stay with it. Five seconds. Woo, rest. Oh. One more, guys. One more exercise. Keep resting, but it's going to be a wall push-up or an elevated push-up. Pick what's best for your fitness level with our arm raise. So I'll give you the demonstration here. Wall push-up, arm raise. Wall push-up, arm raise versus lower version. Push-up, arm raise. Push-up, arm raise. So we're going to knock out those 2 sets of 10 and then you guys are done. Hopefully I challenged you on this Friday with some newbies, but also hopefully you were able to adjust things so that it matched you perfectly. All right, guys, here we go. Last exercise. Let's get those push-ups in. All right, I'm going to start us off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Shake them out, shake them out. One more. Why wait? Let's just get it done. All right, guys, pick the appropriate version, either elevated or completely straight up with a wall. And let's go push-up arm raise. Start us off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.